and it's a beautiful cast iron radiator. I'm going to show you guys the power of water. See that? See this chunk of cast iron? It busted out of this piece right there. It froze. The power of water. That is incredible. All right, so we are going to take out this piece of cast iron radiator, and we are going to put in a piece of baseboard from the left to the right corner. And it is almost, I think it's a little over 9 feet. So we ordered a 10-foot piece, so there'll be no seam in the middle, and I think it's really gonna look great. So I'm gonna show you step by step. We're gonna remove the radiator. We're gonna remove the base molding on the left and right hand side behind to the left and right of the radiator. We're gonna drill a couple holes. We're gonna sweat some pipe. We're gonna run some PEX. We're gonna connect to the monoflow tees that are downstairs. It's gonna look really, really, really nice. We're gonna drain down the boiler. We're gonna purge, all that good stuff. Stick around, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. That's the best way you can support the channel. All right, we're gonna start by, thank you, taking a quick little measurement. So Daniel, if you wouldn't mind going to that wall. Well, yeah, right here. Let's see what we got. We have exactly 109 inches. We are going to make that a little shorter. Let's make that, we're gonna make that 108 inches. We're gonna take an inch off both ends. We have end caps to put them on, the left and right hand side, so it should look nice. All right, we are going to try if we can pull up this radiator and then move it up out of here. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, let's lay it down if we can. All right, we're gonna need a Sawzall. Let's cut both of the left and right hand side nipples coming out of the radiator. We'll cut there, and we will cut there. Let's haul this up out of here. Here we go. Remember, bend with your knees. Yeah, you all right?
Yep.
Sure? Okay.
Watch the Sawzall.
Watch the couch chair. Oh yeah. Right at the front steps.
Yeah, be careful with that bottom step.
Which step?
It's a little short.
Actually, keep going. If you're not, all right, we'll put it down here. Hold on. Go across this way. Hold on a second. Okay. Go. Put it right next to the garbage cans. One second. Okay, good. Right here. Julio's gonna have to get that bad boy. Woo! Oh yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. Right?
They don't make them like that. Well, actually, they do. Oh yeah. Get that money. So we have a beam downstairs that is right here. So we're not going to be able to drill in that corner and in the opposite corner because we have that beam there. So we're going to get a little creative here. We are going to have to drill or route our pipe alongside those two pipes right there. And one of the great things about working in old homes is that after I cut away some of the wood lath holding up the plaster walls, I found this glass, this bottle inside the wall. Let's cut away a little bit more and take that bottle out. Oh my God, it's still got liquid in it.
What do you think it is?
It says Rockaway Beach.
That's crazy.
Henry Searix and Company. I think this is some fermented beer. I don't know how that didn't dry yet, unless there's a leak.
I wonder if radiator water, when the radiator bursts.
That's possible. No, but the bottle top, well, maybe. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. And we're going to clean that up later. Put this in the museum. We'll give it to him. It's crazy.
Still has the topper.
Yeah.
Taste test.
You know, that's what I say when people ask if you find anything in walls, what do you do with it? Like gold bullion, bearer bonds, diamonds, you know, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. But that's a pretty nostalgic piece right there. All right, we ran some PEX from the basement and we're gonna throw a couple PEX elbows on that and then come out. And from there, we are going to transition to copper. And from there, we're going to transition to copper, cross, loop to our radiator, our baseboard, and the same on the opposite side. And then we'll make our connections in the basement after draining down the boiler. All right, we took a measurement. We have 108 inches of total length. So from the right to the left, we'll cut there, and then we also measured the front cover and then the diverter or the louver on the other piece. We're going to cut it with a pair of aviator snips. All right, let's see if this thing behaves. Probably not. It's always reverse. The other way. Let me take this out. Well, I'm really special today. Let's flip it over. I'm acting really special today. Okay. How many of these we have? Let's get this back on there at the end. Slide them over a little bit. Get that other piece on. And now we're going to put this against the wall and take a measurement where we're going to come out with the holes to bring the PEX through the wall. Okay. Good. So, our PEX lines up right here. Our baseboard is right here. The top of the baseboard, bottom of the baseboard's there. Top of the baseboard element is there. So we're gonna focus on that section. We're gonna grab a step bit, and then we're gonna use the aviator snips and cut out a nice little square there. All right, drill a little hole right there, and then we'll use the snips to.
Ooh. Out to here?
Well, the opposite corner.
Oh, okay. I see.
All right, now we'll take our snips and cut it out. You go there and, or you can.
It's the other way.
And I guess we could also use an oscillating tool or a jigsaw, but we've achieved our mission. Let's get some mastic tape to protect the PEX against the sharp edges, and then we'll put this against the wall after cooking up our elbows.
I get why you don't like that thing.
You get why I don't like it?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It's like more work to try to use it.
Oh, you don't got the silver tape, though.
No?
No, that's fine. Just protecting the PEX. All right, grab that end. Okay. Good. We're about 3/4 of an inch off the left, 3/4 of an inch off the right, yeah?
Yeah, about 1/2 inch off the right.
Okay. Let's get some sheetrock screws. Nothing too long, maybe like if we have 1.5 inch, like 1.25 inches, just enough to catch the wood lath behind the plaster and the drywall. And then we'll secure the base plate to the base to the wall. Good. So, pro tip, guys, when you're putting the screws in the baseboard, don't put the screws in line with the actual heating elements, because if you ever need to move them without having to remove the element, you're not going to be able to get to the screws easily. So if you put the screws below and above the track or the horizontal lane of the element, you'll be able to get it out without taking out the baseboard element in the future. All right, we need the B-tank and the solder box. We're going to focus our attention on this end right here. We're going to clean all of our fittings. And I'm going to show you how we have Piggyback PEX on top of the heating element. So I have a 3/4 inch copper Street 90, and I have a copper sweat by Crimpex 90. Gonna go like that. That's gonna go there. Let me clean off the end of this piece of element. Okay, and we're gonna put it in there for right now. We got some flux. Let's flux the tubing, the inside of the fitting, the outside of the Street 90, the inside of the 90. Put that together. Put that there. And we're going to sweat that together. All right. Yeah, this tip will work.
Isn't that the right size?
It'll work. We'll get a damp rag to clean this off, and then you guys will get to see yet again Mikey pipe soldering.
Those solders, that direction where it's the solder's pulling up, those make me the most nervous.
Makes you nervous?
Yeah.
Remember this, the heat will absorb the solder. Guaranteed every single time. Now on larger size pipe, like 2 inch and above, you should tin the pipe first, which, you know, put a coating of silver solder on it first. But if we take this out and we show them, okay, look, it's a little snotty, or a lot snotty, but guess what?
It won't leak.
All right, it won't leak, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Nice and piggyback. Nicey nice. Look at that. That looks gorgeous.
I like that it doesn't have that stupid bend flap thing at the end.
Well, yeah, Embassy I think is better. It's a little more expensive than slant fin, but it's really nice. End caps really hold on nice and tight. It's a nice, sleek look. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Look at that. And we are an hour and a half. Well, not really an hour. We're too short of tape. You forgot about us. An hour and 15 into the job. Baseboard installed. All we have to do is make 2 cuts in the basement. Drain out the boiler. Purge. Easy peasy. All right. So we're gonna leave all the solder stuff up here. Put anything away. Stand up. Go downstairs. All right, down below, there was the hole on the right, hole on the left, all the way over there, dead center of the screen. Others put a piece of 1/2-inch PEX, that orange PEX, to here. We cut there. We used a 3/4 by 1/2-inch PEX reducing coupling, and we adapted to our 3/4 inch PEX. And since it's a loop, believe it or not, we didn't have to worry about putting in a bleeder because it all goes to here. So, interesting. Very interesting arrangement. Very, very interesting arrangement how this works. Wow. Believe it or not, it's actually heating up without valves to purge. Interesting, because it's not one loop. We have 1-inch feeding 1/2-inch. Very, very interesting. I don't know how any of it works, actually. There's no bleeders on anything, but it works. So if it ain't broke, don't touch it, you know what I mean? Oh no, Mikey, pipes is not heating up. I know it's heating up, but you know what? If I don't show these people, the naysayers, then it didn't get done. So I'm gonna use my Guide SenseSmart E2 thermal imaging camera. I'm gonna prove to all of you that it's actually working. Even though you can't smell that new baseboard smell right now. You can't. I wish you could, because it smells amazing. See? It's heating up. The haters. Smell that heat. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful.